How's it going, everyone? It's Ethanime, and today is a very special day. That's because today is the finale of the first part of Attack on Titan, the final season. It's been one hell of a ride. We've made tons of videos this season together, and we reviewed every episode since the start. But even though this is the last Attack on Titan review for a while, we will be back when part 2 airs, and until then we're going to be checking out other shows, trying out new things, and still having just as much fun. And speaking of part 2, they announced earlier Sunday that Attack on Titan will be coming back around January 2022. So it's not too far away, but it's still gonna suck to wait. Either way, it's a sad day, and it's the end of Attack on Titan Sundays for a while. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves because we have one more episode to talk about, and that's episode 16. The final episode of this core is finally here, and a lot went down. It was just bam, 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 new stuff all over the place. So let's just start at the beginning of the episode. Some of the Yeagerists and Handrawn are on their way to meet with Zeke and Levi when they hear the sound of a thunder spear going off, and they're just like, oh shit. But before they even get there, Zeke is on the ground split in two from the explosion in the last episode, and he is alive, but barely. A Titan comes up, rips open its stomach, and places Zeke inside itself to keep him alive. I swear I've seen something like this before. Inside the Shiganshina district, Yelena and the volunteers meet up with old man Pieck. All the soldiers from Paradis have been brought here just in case they turn into a Titan, since as you know, they drank the wine. The Yeagerists decide to divide everyone by armbands, which is pretty ironic since it's the same tactic used in Marley. But anyways, they're divided like this. White means you're a Yeagerist by choice and you joined in early. Red means you drank the wine and was forced to submit to joining the Yeagerists. And finally, black are those who drank the wine and refused to join the Yeagerists. Again, it's pretty ironic that they're using the same tactics as their enemy. During this discussion, Yelena makes an interesting comment. She says that they're here to save the world. Not just Paradise or Marley, but the world. It's either she is planning something much bigger, or she is referencing Zeke's euthanization plan. Back with the OG Survey Corps, who are locked in a cell by the way, Armin tells the others how Eren hurt Mikasa with his words. At this point, Connie has given up on Eren, and says that this just confirms he has become a piece of shit. Whereas Jean thinks that Eren might be trying to do something else, and that this was a part of his plan. I don't think Eren would just go full edgy and betray his family after all the things he has said in the past, so I'm with Jean on this one, and I think Eren is just up to something. Yelena and her two servants then come down to meet with the Survey Corps, and after some back and forth banter, Nicolo gets in an argument with Grease, who's the guy who sold him out. Grease goes on this whole tangent about how Sasha was a whore, a devil, and how Nicolo was just being brainwashed. Now I think I speak for everyone when I say we all wanted to take a swing at Grease, but before anyone could, crazy Yelena just shot him in the head. Either she's trying to prove her loyalty to the Eldians, or she's trying to prove that she is just straight up crazy. After this, Yelena tells the group about Zeke's euthanization plan, and I don't think they're gonna take it that well. But back upstairs, Eren meets with Gabby and asks for her assistance in sniffing out all the Marley rats within Paradis. But before Gabby could even respond, Pieck busts in, stabs the Yeagerist, and closes the door behind her. And now she is holding Eren at gunpoint. But unfortunately for Pieck, Eren is the ultimate 1000 IQ edgelord, and he reminds her that she can't shoot him even if she wanted to, because after all, he has the founding Titan. Props to Eren for being prepared for this bullshit, but I don't think Eren was prepared for this next bullshit, because Pieck expresses her interest in joining Paradis to take down Marley, but to prove her loyalty, Eren wants Pieck to point out all the enemies within Paradis from the rooftop. and that's exactly where they end up going. Even though it probably would be a wiser decision to join the Yeagerists at this point, as we all know, Pieck is full of shit and is just baiting Eren. Back with Yelena and the OG group, they aren't reacting well to Zeke's plan, except for Armin, who for some reason cries in joy. Now I have read a few opinions on this, but here is my favorite one. Armin started crying because he finally realized that Eren is just using Zeke. He knows that Eren is a fighter who would never submit, give up, or die without a fight. Once he heard Zeke's plan, he instantly knew that Eren would never follow that plan, as it goes against everything that Eren stands for. So he is genuinely crying out of relief. Obviously, he had to lie to Yelena about it. I think this theory just makes complete sense. Even I don't believe Eren would just go through with a plan to kill off all the Eldians. Back upstairs, all the Yeagerists find out about Pieck's presence in Paradis, and she is escorted upstairs by Eren and multiple troops. But before we get to the roof, let's just take a moment to appreciate Pieck's aura. On the rooftop, it's an awesome scene. As Gabby and Pieck stand on the edge of the roof to point out the traitors, Eren is standing right behind her, prepared to transform, and a line of guards have their weapons ready to shoot. Pieck goes to point out the enemies, but she just trolls Eren and points directly at him. Then out of nowhere, the Jaw Titan breaks through the floor and attempts to eat Eren. Luckily, my boy Eren isn't gonna die that easily, and he only loses his legs. And then he begins to transform into his Titan form. Poor Eren fell for Pieck's trap, and it looks like Pieck wants to stay on the loser team. Suddenly, in the sky, several Marley airships descend towards Eren. It looks like Marley is going to pull out their all-out attack here and now, with Reiner prepared to have another rematch with Eren, who by the way is all hand-drawn now. Maybe it's a sign that the studio has more time on their hands, and the rest of AOT might just have more hand-drawn titans. And then the episode ends. It was a great episode, a ton went down, and it set it up for the last part of the season to be one hell of a ride. Attack on Titan will be returning this upcoming January, so at least you won't have to wait years for it to come out. I'm gonna miss Attack on Titan Sundays, and the months leading up to AOT are gonna feel like the longest months ever. But when we get back, it looks like we're gonna be right into the Marley vs Paradis battle, as well as finding out if Levi is alive, because that still hasn't been answered yet. For all we know, our boy Levi could still be dead, and I just can't accept that. Now that the season is over, I still have to say I'm fully with the Yeagerists from here on out, no matter what goes down. I'll be making a video soon on my full thoughts of the season from start to finish, including the CGI and all. So be prepared for Did Mappa Ruin Attack on Titan, the final part. I've had loads of fun covering AOT this season, and I'm glad you guys got to be a part of it too. We're still going to be uploading just as much videos and checking out other shows as well. This was Ethanime. Unfortunately, it's the end of the review, but I will see you guys very, very soon.